And with your pitcher at the plate, you always like it when he can get that bunt down on the very first pitch. Not only do you let him get back to the dugout and rest up just a little bit, but you also keep that momentum going. And that's a nice job right there.
Here's Howie Kendrick, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls in a strike.
And he's able to jump ahead.
Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball.
And with 2 walks in the inning already, he can't afford to fall behind anybody else if he wants to stay in the game.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Hit down the line at first. Played on the backhand. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Just a simple ground ball right here, but that's going to do the trick. And that puts our first run on the board here on the RBI groundout.
Kike Hernandez is in to try and get that second run of the inning across, as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away.
Yeah, 1 run's good, but you don't want to leave that guy stranded at third base. It'd be clutch right here if you could get him in somehow.
Here's the first pitch to him. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Hayward has a read on it, and that ends the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. More on tap from Game 5 after this. Anthony Rizzo is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Ethier's there. 1 out. So with 1 away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the 2 starters here in the 4th inning. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. Settling in now, Kyle Schwarber. He reached on a single in his first try. McCarthy's ready. Here comes the first pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air.
Well, chalk another one up for that pitcher. He's used to breaking bats, and he'll give you a little stare down after doing something like that every once in a while.
0-1, here's the pitch. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches low.
Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
And that's how he'll use that sinker against lefties. Start it down and in and let it work its magic.
1 out, nobody on. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. Ellis scoops it up. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
The second baseman, number 18, Ben Zobrist.
Ben Zobrist stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball here. 0-1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now. 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
High in the air out to center field. Hernandez moving to his left. And that retires the side. Cubs are down in order. It remains 1-0. Adrian Gonzalez is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Still pretty early, but they don't have any hits yet, so you need to get it going offensively.
First pitch of the at-bat. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Tried to hold back, but this is popped up, and he'll take this to the bag. 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter, number 5, shortstop, Corey Seager.
Now in the box, Corey Seager. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Trying to work that slider to the outer half, but it misses. 1-0.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. That one will get out of play, and the count evens up at 1-1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. In for a strike, and he jumps ahead 1-2 now.
And you know what, guys? I have been really impressed so far. Not only has he used his fastball well, but he's also spotted it well. I mean, that is perfect location right on the knees.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. So 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Two and 2 count. Here it comes. And a swing and a miss as they caught him reaching that time, and there are 2 away.
And when you know you've got a guy in protect mode up there and he's fouling off pitches left and right, that's when you know you can just keep taking him further and further away. He winds up getting the punch out here on a pitch that's well out of the zone.
Stepping in now, Justin Turner.
Not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
That evens it up 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit.
A good job here. Stays inside the ball well, doesn't roll over, and just shoots his ball right back up the middle.
At the plate is ETHIER. Into the seats, 0-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one, here it comes. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Swing and a liner, but foul. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. 1 left for L.A., but they're up 1-0. Addison Russell will stand in to lead things off here, and his guys have been unable to get anything going to this point.
Yeah, and you think so many times in the postseason we see starting pitching really come to the forefront, and this guy's been every bit as good as advertised so far.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. The pitch count there. 1 pitch into his 5th inning of work. Not much of a concern, I wouldn't imagine.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. He hasn't had any real overtaxed innings, so he should be fine for the time being.
Two and 0 now.
And down by a run, a leadoff walk would certainly help the cause. He's got to shrink that strike zone here and not chase anything that he shouldn't be swinging at.
On the ground up the middle. To his left, Seager. And the 5th inning will start with a ground out, 1 away.
Boy, and on 2-0, if that pitch isn't right where you want it, you've got to let it go. You still have the count in your favor at 2-1. Here he goes after a pitch that, although it was a strike, that's a pitcher's strike. That's not the pitch you want to hit. And all he can do is hit an easy grounder.
Here's Dexter Fowler now. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. No runs, 2 hits, no errors so far for the Cubbies. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now. Outside, 3-0 now. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
He's getting a lot of outs right now because he's attacking the hitters. He's not dancing around the zone.
1 out, nobody on. inside as he nearly got him, and it's ball 4.
Just the first walk he's given up here so far to go along with just the 2 hits. So he's been pretty well in command throughout this entire start.
Jason Hamill comes to the plate, possibly receiving a bunt sign in order to stay out of the double play.
Yeah, and everybody's got a different opinion on this situation. But in reality, it really comes down to how the pitcher is with the bat in his hands and what he can do.
And he pops up the bunt attempt. And Gonzalez will tuck this one away for round number 2.
Well, I understand the decision to bunt here, but the execution was poor. Now that tying run stays right where it is.
Miguel Montero stands in. He's 0 for
pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Tap fouled at home plate. Here's a ball popped up. Playable, however, in foul ground for Ellis behind the plate. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So a strong start on the mound as he's blanked him through the first 5. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Dodgers 1 and the Cubs nothing. Jock Peterson comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Jock Peterson.
Hamels is ready. Here's the first pitch. Behind on that one. Now behind in the count. 0-1. Liner towards second. A screaming base hit here, his first of the night.
It wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
Stepping in, A.J. Ellis. He drew a walk his first time up. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Hard hit ball to second. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Textbook starts of the inning right there. Back-to-back hits have him in a good position to maybe stretch out this 1-run lead.
The pitcher, Brandon McCarthy, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game. Now this is up and in, and I don't think he likes that location much. It's ball 1. I think he took a little exception to that location.
Yeah, and so would I if I was down there. If you want to work inside, that's fine. But once you get up over the letters and closer to my head, now we're talking about a different story.
And they indeed want the pitcher to move his runners as he puts this one down. To second for 1.
Well, I guess you could say that this sacrifice was partially successful. He makes the third baseman field it, so that's a plus. He gets 1 runner up to third, and that's a plus. But they do get the fielder's choice at second, so it won't be scored a sacrifice. So I guess that's a minus.
Here's Howie Kendrick. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
Now with runners at the corners, up by one with one away, some managers, they will at least consider the possibility of a hit and run here.
One-0 count. Here it is. Chopped foul right at home plate. Maybe too much break on the slider. 2-1.
He's in a situation now where he does not want this game to get away from him. Two guys on already. Now he's not in the strike zone to this hitter. He's got to reel it back.
Way to pitch number 75. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pounce.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Now here's a check swing, and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
And you can see the pitching coach heading for the mound, and this is nothing more than just trying to reassure your guy and give him a chance to compose himself. He's been great so far, so there's no reason to think that he can't work out of this.
Kike Hernandez will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around.
And with Adrian Gonzalez just around the corner, we'll see a lefty getting loose in the bullpen now.
And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Kind of interesting to see how he's going to respond to this situation that he's worked himself into.
Yeah, he hasn't found himself in too many tough spots, but he's got one now.
Set to deliver the 0-1. And there's ball 1.
But he's got to be careful now that some of these borderline calls don't get him started going downhill.
Yeah, and sometimes it's really easy to dwell on those, but you have to keep looking forward. It's not easy, but you've got to do it if you want to have success.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Now the pressure will really start to mount out there. That strike zone's going to feel like it's the size of a soup can right now.
And this could be trouble now. It's 3-1.
And whatever you do, you can't let that previous call eat at you. You've got to come back with your best pitch here on 3-1.
Three balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. And the count will be full. Three-two with the bases loaded. Swing and a liner. Foul. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Oh, this is in the air to left center field and deep. Can they run this one down? I don't think so. It's going to land beyond him for extra bases. 2 runs have scored. In to score is the runner from first. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Well, this guy was the heart and soul of this club during the regular season, and he comes up big here in the postseason as well. He's going to clear the bases on this one, and that is a pretty impressive swing of the bat right there.
Travis Wood is going to take over here in inning number 5, as it's going to be up to their bullpen to try and keep them in the game here. Here's Adrian now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Tough spot here for a left-handed hitter, facing a guy that's exceptionally tough on lefties.
Yeah, you generally get so many at-bats against right-handed pitching. Now you're in a good RBI spot, and you're stuck facing a guy like this.
A 1-0 delivery. There's a belt-high strike to even the count at 1-1. Starting to look like not only are they not going to walk him, but they're indeed going to challenge him.
And we've seen that mentality backfire many a time before. But you got to give him a little bit of credit on the mound. He's not backing down one bit.
Fastball taken inside for a ball. 2-1 now. Here it is. To first. Rizzo is there, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Yeah, he didn't do a whole lot with his swing right there, but at the very least, he does move that runner up 90 feet now with 2 away.
Corey Seager will try it again. He's grounded out and struck out in 2 trips. And now the Cubs bullpen will start working here as both a lefty and a righty are up. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Three runs already home here. Fastball called for strike 2. Way outside. 1-2.
Not a real good 0-2 there. You don't necessarily want it in the zone, but you do want to at least give him something to think about.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
2 outs here with a runner at third. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And Rizzo able to make the catch, and the inning is over. So 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left. 5 innings complete. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Cubs nothing. Jason Hayward will stand in to lead things off, as the top of this batting order really hasn't been much of a factor so far.
Yeah, between the top 3 guys in this lineup, no hits between them. And you got to figure you're not going to win too many games when that's the case.
McCarthy gets the sign. First pitch on its way. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Lifted the other way to left center. And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away.
Well, this is one of those situations where his guys got him the lead early on, and he's been in complete control ever since. I mean, he's barely been threatened out there.
Chris Bryant will stand in, and he, like so many others, hitless in the ballgame so far.
Well, we've been talking about it a lot, but this offense is just getting shut down right now. And we've seen some really fantastic pitching in this one.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. Ripped down the first base line. Gonzalez is up with it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
And a lot of times you might say, you know, 4-run lead, we'll make that up. But I tell you, the way he's throwing the ball right now, they might be fortunate just to get 1 run off him.
Anthony Rizzo will stand in again. He's flown out in each of his first 2 plate appearances thus far.
Yeah, and he just needs to make a small adjustment and stay through the middle of the ball. Think about hitting a line drive right back up the middle.
Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, you know, if there's anybody in this lineup capable of getting a rally started, this is the guy right here.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Saws him off here as this ball's popped into the air. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They trail here 4-0. Justin Turner will stand in to lead things off for Los Angeles, and he'll be followed in the order by Andre Ethier, waiting his turn on deck. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be in any big hurry to challenge this guy again. I'd see if I could make him go out of the zone, maybe chase a bad pitch.
And he falls behind 0-2. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Smoke toward third. Bryant is up with it. Throw on to first, and 1 third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
Fielder number 16, Andre Ethier.
Andre Ethier ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
Here comes the first pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a cut fastball, but this bounces near the plate for a ball. And a very low strike there. Trying to speed up the game, perhaps. It's 2-1.
And you can see him shaking his head out there. I think he felt that one was a little bit low. And you know what? He may have had a case.
Inside for a ball as he falls behind to him here. 3-1. Jock Peterson is on deck. 3-2 now. Really a good job so far by this. What you want. Into the wind. Up ready with the payoff pitch. And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
That's an easy take right there on the 3-2 pitch. Not all that inviting at all. You want to at least make the guy think about hacking up there. Instead now he's on with 1 away.
Jock Peterson digs in. He reached on a single and would later wind up scoring in his last at-bat. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one. Runner at first here, one man out. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Oh, and 2, here it comes. And wow, tough to lay off the fastball there, but it's 1-2.
And that's a good spot for that fastball on 0-2. I mean, that couldn't have been an easy take.
Now a chopper to first, might only get one. Reined in. There's one. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw.
Well, this is a much easier play for a left-handed first baseman to make, especially when you're charging in like that. He doesn't have to turn his back to the play, so he gets a good gauge on whether he still has time or not, and he's able to fire on the second base in time to get that force out.
In now is A.J. Ellis. Swing and a liner, but foul. Hit hard toward the right side, and Rizzo won't get to this one. It's a fair ball. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. And he is in there.
Now batting.
Fair or foul? We'll let you be the judge. I thought I saw some chalk kick up on that one, and yeah, you can see it right there. It pretty clearly kicks up a puff of white. So that's a good call by the first base umpire, and that'll wind up turning into a double.
Brandon McCarthy will stand in with a chance to help himself out big time here with a couple of men in scoring position.
And a lot of times, pitchers go up there just because they sort of have to. But here, if you go up and just think ground ball up the middle, you might get one home, maybe 2. So this is a big-time chance.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Lays off 1-0.
Now here on the mound, you cannot take it easy on the pitcher here with 2 outs. He can still bloop one in there and drive home 2, so you need to be thinking strikeout all the way.
In for a strike, it's 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. One and 2, here it comes. And here's a ball hit in the air. In there, a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. Oh, and Hayward shoots off the cannon. He is out at home plate. Dodgers get 1 in the inning on the RBI double. 4, 5, and 6 coming up to start the 7th. And the lead is now 5-0. Back here at Dodger Stadium. It's on to the 7th now in game number 5. But before the inning gets underway, let's fill you in on what's happened with our game summary. Leading off the inning, Kyle Schwarber. And they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And a cut fastball here that he started off a bit too far inside. It nearly got him.
Well, nothing wrong with that. As much as it pains me to say, the pitchers have the right to work inside.
In there, and it's even at 1.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike 1.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Boy, good cutting action to that pitch as that's the first out of the inning.
Well, it's really not too hard to figure out what the game plan is on a guy like this. You cannot give him anything up around the belt that he can drive. So you're going to see that all 4 pitches are either mid-thigh or below, and that's right about where you're going to want to be pitching against a guy like this.
Here's Ben Zobrist now. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low, it's ball 1. One out, nobody on. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
You have to say they've really had a good game plan for attacking the 3, 4, 5 hitters all game long.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that's better than a game plan has been the execution of that game plan. You're exactly right. They've held this lineup at bay.
And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
And this is where a guy who's been around a long time knows, hey, we're not going to make up the difference with just one swing. It's going to take base runners. So that's a good job of being really patient at the plate.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
Can't keep that one fair, and now the count's full. Hit hard up the middle. Seager is up with it. Throw on to Gonzalez, and that's out number 2.
Yeah, it's kind of been one of those days. There haven't been too many balls hit hard, and even when they do hit one hard, it's an atom ball.
Addison Russell will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1, 2, 3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
Some action in the Dodger bullpen now as it appears they have both a lefty and a right-hander up and throwing.
Cut fastball inside, ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Had a rip at the 2-0 sinker, but came up empty at strike 1. Here's his swing, and just foul, says the umpire, and he was right on that one. McCarthy steps into his windup, the 2-2 pitch. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Well, when you have a guy 2-2, you can throw something out of the zone, try and get him to chase. But when it's that far below the strike zone, it becomes a lot easier to lay off.
A shot down the first baseline. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again, 3-2. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4.
Yeah, even though he walks him here, that's not really a terrible pitch. I don't think it's a strike, but it's definitely a pitch you'll get a lot of guys to wave at. Sometimes it's okay to keep trying to get guys to chase on 3-2.
Here's Dexter Fowler now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1.
You know, guys, you watch the way he's pitched all night, and you'd be surprised to understand that he's thrown a first pitch strike to less than 50% of the hitters he's faced, and he's still pitching such a good game.
A 1 pitch on its way. Cut fastball above the letters, a ball and a strike. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Swing and a ball lined hard towards short. And a leaping effort, but it's off his glove. And a good effort as he's able to stick with it and get the third out of the inning. Cubs strand 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. There's Joe Madden up out of the dugout now on his way to home plate. Neil Ramirez will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Number 55, Neil Ramirez. Now playing center field and batting in the 8th spot.
Howie Kendrick will stand in here. 0 for 2 with a run scored so far. And he takes ball 1. And not the greatest approach there as he offers it a pitch in the dirt, and it's even at 1-1.
And if you're going to go after that pitch, you've got to be thinking right field. I think he just pulled off of that one a little.
And he comes up empty there on a pitch in the dirt and falls behind now 1-2. And that misses 2-2. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2. One thing that man right there will not tolerate, leadoff walks.
Especially right out of the bullpen. This might be a quick outing if that happens.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Oh, look at Bryant. Got him.
Whew, no problem.
Now batting, center fielder.
On a ball hit like that, if you're the pitcher, you're thinking, oh, base hit. But not this time. What tremendous defense out there. Great diving stop. Makes the play and gets the out. And the pitcher acknowledges it, and he's happy about it.
Into the box now, Kike Hernandez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Grounded down the third baseline. Out it goes right through him into left field.
And this is what folks mean when they talk about timing the fastball. He looks at the first pitch just to get a feel for the speed, the movement, and then when it comes again, now he knows how to handle it.
Here's Adrian now. Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Runners on first with one down. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
Doing a good job right there of tying him up inside. Got in on his hands that time before he could get that barrel through the zone.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Runner at first here, 1 man out. And there's a pitch Gonzalez takes, and we're back even at 2-2. Just hung in there on that one. Set to deal on 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Now the question, do you send the guy on 3-2 with 1 out? You figure you're going to get something around the plate.
Full count. Here it comes. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Oh, he brought it back.
Wow.
Yet not always an easy play heading toward the stands out there in left field. He's got a few different things to worry about over there, but he stays with it to make it look routine.
Here's Corey Seager. Oh, and this goes right past Montero all the way to the screen. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And you can bet he's just trying to be extra careful here with a dangerous hitter at the plate. And now with that runner moving up to second base here on the wild pitch, they may just decide to put him on anyway.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that finds a zone, but some of these pitches are getting a little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. The switch hitter and catalyst Shane Victorino will start things out when we come back. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Cubs nothing. And there is the flying Hawaiian Shane Victorino. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Maybe a leadoff base runner could get them going and give them a chance. They need to start making a move if they have any hope of getting back in this one.
Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Yeah, he just keeps rolling right along. He's shut out intact as you get a look at his line so far. Through 7 1/3 innings now, they have just not been able to mount any type of offense against him at all.
Miguel Montero will get his 3rd shot at it here. He's bounced out and popped out in his previous 2 trips.
Well, on the bright side, I guess, he is putting the ball in play. He's just not getting that solid contact that you're looking for when a guy's really seeing the ball well.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Yeah, he started to go up the ladder there, but then he realized in time that he wasn't going to get there.
Drilled right back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
The hits have certainly been few and far between so far. Just their 3rd hit of the ball game, and we're in inning number 8. From an offensive standpoint, you know, that's just not going to get it done.
Jason Hayward will stand in for the 4th time now, still looking for his 1st hit of the ball game.
And he's not the only one either. This has been a great pitching performance so far, and they've had these guys chasing their tails all game long.
drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
He's going to get a visit from his catcher here because even though he got away with that last pitch, it was right down the middle of the plate and nowhere near the target. And this is not the guy you want to start missing your location with.
Comes set with the 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it. A ball and a strike. Runners on first with one down. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Around third and being waved on home. The relay throw, and Hayward is in at third base. He's got himself a triple.
Oh, and all good things must come to an end, I guess. The shutout disappears here in the late going as he really cranks this baseball. He says, I'm going to end this shutout with just a few style points to go along with it as well, as he's all the way up to third base with a run-scoring triple.
Chris Bryant will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
And McCarthy able to get ahead of him here with the fastball. It's 0-1. Next pitch here will be number 100 through 7 1/3. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Seager takes it in. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
You know, that's the beautiful thing about a 4-run lead. You can give up runs to get outs at this stage of the game. That's going to cut the lead to 3, but at this point, they'll take it.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Anthony Rizzo stands in now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. That's in there on the outer half. 1-2 now. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. This is in the air to left. Moving under it, Peterson. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. LA's on top, 5-2.
Your attention, please.
Call out to the bullpen now as it's the left-hander Manny Parra that'll make an appearance here. Justin Turner leads it off for the boys in blue here in the 8th at Dodger Stadium.
Third baseman, Justin Turner.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And you know what? These days, so many guys are throwing in the high 90s. It makes those mid to low 90s guys look easy. But I'll tell you what, if he mixes his pitches well, it can still be plenty fast to have to deal with.
Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. The 0-2 home. Bouncer down the line. And some problems defensively as they allow him to reach first safely.
Sometimes it's just better to be lucky than good. This ball's not hit hard at all, but it's in a spot where it's going to work out perfectly for him. And he's on base to start this inning with an infield single.
Gene Machi will get the assignment on the mound here as he'll enter with the runner at first and nobody out.
Gene Machi.
Cubs have someone working in their bullpen now as a right-hander's begun to get loose.
At the plate is ETHIER as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one.
That's a two-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line and left. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
Yeah, I thought off the bat that he'd have a good chance of running this down, but can't quite get there. You'll see it's going to hit just to the right of that chalk line out there, and that's going to allow him to get into second with a double.
Here's Jock Peterson now. Hit hard to the right side. Foul. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. And a swing and a miss. A big strikeout here as it'll remain second and third, but with one away now.
These will add up. I mean, in that spot, a single gets you 2 runs. And, heck, just putting it in play probably gets you 1. Instead, he comes back to the dugout with nothing.
Now to the plate, A.J. Ellis. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Boy, he had a great at-bat last time up, and he'll look for another pitch he can drive right here.
First pitch here misses wide, 1-0.
And this is a critical point right here. Things are in danger of getting away from you, so you got to suck it up.
We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. Swung on and missed on a pitch at the thumbs. A ball and a strike. And he lays off for a ball. 2-1. Set and the 2-1 pitch. Lays off the breaking pitch, and it's 3 balls and a strike. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
Here it is on 3-1. And he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
And this could really be trouble now, because with runners on every base, they've got a chance to really break this thing wide open.
Carl Crawford will get the nod from his skipper to pinch hit, and he'll do so in a big spot. Bases loaded, only one away. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And I think he's going to have to summon up every bit of his experience to get out of this one.
He's certainly been through it before. If anybody can do it, he can.
On the ground to second base. This could be two. One there. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. Just what the doctor ordered. He gets the double play to get him out of the inning. More coming up from Game 5 after this. Back in the entertainment capital of the world with baseball on the show. Thanks for joining us as we're set for what remains in this one. Kenley Jansen is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Jansen.
Kyle Schwarber will be the one to start things off, with his guys needing a ninth inning rally here if this series is going to make it to a Game 6. Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Jansen comes set. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. One and one, here it is. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch off the plate and high. 3-2. Ben Zobrist is on deck. And a swing and a miss. Good pitch there for the first out here in the ninth.
And with a 3-run lead here in the ninth, you'd like to make sure that you can take care of that leadoff guy so they don't get anything started right off the bat. So that's a good job to take care of him here for the first out.
Ben Zobrist will stand in, needing to do something here to get on base as they're down to their final 2 outs.
Yeah, and you just can't worry about the score right here. You just got to be able to string together a couple of base runners and take it one pitch at a time, one runner at a time.
Went about halfway there, but it's a called strike regardless. And that's in there as well. 0-2 now.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Now a swing, and he pops it foul behind the plate. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. 1 out, nobody on. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
Well, you get a good sense of his value to this ball club watching this. 2 hitters, 2 strikeouts, and now they're an out away from wrapping this thing up.
Addison Russell will stand in, and their season hangs in the balance here as they're down to their final out. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Ready with the 0-1. And this is swung on and missed, so the Cubs are down to their final strike here.
And he's really going to have to fight now. You got to take a little bit out of your swing and find a way to put this ball in play.
And Tinseltown will be aglow tonight. The Dodgers are National League champions.
Boy, that's one happy bunch of guys down there right now. They are the National League champions, but they know they're not done yet. They've got one more big hurdle standing in front of them, but these guys are looking like they're going to be awfully tough to beat.
And, boys, probably a handful of deserving candidates for our top player of the game award, but what do you say we go ahead and give it to the man who shut the door out of the pen?
Yeah, it's nice to have someone like this that you can call on to finish things.
For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Championship Series on MLB The Show.
Here now is our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Dodgers. 5 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 9 runners on base. For the Cubs, 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors. They left 4 men on base. The winning pitcher is Brandon McCarthy. Credit the save to Kenley Jansen. The loss goes to Jason Hamill. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance, a sellout 56,000. The Dodgers thank you for attending tonight's game. And as you leave Dodger Stadium, we remind you to please drive home safely.